everyone, I hope you're all doing well. My name is Mdghari Alawi Fatem Sahra. I'm 21 years old and I'm a student at National School of Business and Management. Before starting our video, I would like to thank our professor, Mr. Alwani, for according us such an opportunity. To be honest with you, I was really scared, not scared, but I was a little bit stressed or worried about it. Because this whole idea of uploading a video on YouTube or just this fact of talking in front of my phone is not something that I do usually. So yeah, but when I gave it a thought, I found out that it's good because it's good to challenge ourselves from time to time. To be honest with you, today I realized how hard it is to be a YouTuber. Before, I used to think that it was something easy to film and post videos. Today we are going to talk about globalization and its impact on the Moroccan society. Morocco, mountainous country of western North Africa that lies directly across the Strait of Gibraltar from Spain, the traditional domain of indigenous people now collectively known as Berbers or Amazigh, Morocco has been subject to extensive migration and has long been the location of urban communities that were originally settled by people from outside the region. Controlled by Carthage from an early date, the region was later the westernmost province of the Roman Empire. Following the Arab conquest of the late 7th century, the broader area of North Africa came to be known as the Maghreb, which means the West in Arabic, and the majority of its people accepted Islam. Subsequent Moroccan kingdoms enjoyed political influence that extended beyond the coastal regions, and in the 11th century, the first native Amazigh dynasty of North Africa, the Almoravids, gained control of an empire stretching from Andalusian, southern Spain, to parts of sub-Saharan Africa. The area that is now Morocco has long been the crossroads between Europe, sub-Saharan Africa, and the Middle East, and diverse cultural and ethnic groups have migrated through the region and left their mark on it, which we can see clearly in the old medinas of each city of Morocco. To those of you who are wondering, yes, I had to change my place because my phone died. Well, I told you it's not easy to be a YouTuber. So let's continue our subjects. As I said, although the country, which is Morocco, is rapidly modernizing and enjoys a rising standard of living, it retains much of its ancient architecture and even more of its traditional customs. And we can see this clearly in the Moroccan weddings, for example, who didn't change along the history. As like all other countries, Morocco is special with its own culture. Furthermore, it is also a place of acceptance toward differences. Also, the reality where Morocco has become a country where you'll find an embracing of other cultures and traditions and even practice in certain corners. The country alone has hosted Berbers, Arabs, South and North, Roman, Vandals, Spanish, Andalusians, both Muslim and Jewish. This country has truly known the meaning of multitude, given that its culture has changed a lot throughout the history. You're probably wondering why I was talking about this. It may sound to some of you as a history or geography class. You're probably saying now that il est où le rapport entre le sujet et ce que j'étais en train de dire, but believe me, for knowing about what globalization did to our country or did to our culture, it's important to know about the Moroccan culture or just the Moroccan history a little bit.
Hello everyone, hope you are all doing good. So my name is Melki, I'm 21 years old. I'm a student at National School of Business and Management, and today I'm gonna tell you about the impacts of globalization on our Moroccan society. Well, globalization cannot be seen as a new process, even though the speed of globalization has increased phenomenally in the last decades. We can see that globalization is a network of organizations across nations, therefore accentuating the importance of international relations. It has often been seen as a purely economic aspect. However, globalization also comprises cultural and political relations. Although it is often used to explain the development of underdeveloped countries, the effects of this concept are not always as positive as may seem. Thus, many of the levers of economic power seem to be out of reach because Morocco had become so integrated into global economy. From the economic side, Morocco has made and still making the wrong choice when it's about accepting the step into globalization. In fact, the country agreed on opening its borders gradually until the complete disappearance of taxes. In one point of view, one say that it will encourage investments in our economy. We can't ignore that globalization has some advantages concerning the creation of jobs in Morocco, especially to young people. This will completely decrease their will to build a developed society with its own global companies and its high technological production. Morocco will in fact be benefiting from globalization. However, it will also suffer from the hidden sides of this concept. Economy is just one side of globalization. In fact, it concerns economical, social, and cultural aspects, and Morocco is far from benefiting from all these aspects.
My friends and how we like to wake up in slow motion, think about the things we never do. We'll talk about the ocean, never use the lotion. It's not like I got anything to lose. One day I saw a painting, then you started dating. Maybe you should hang. My friends.
Hi everybody, my name is Mimuna Hafsa and I am in the fourth year at the National High School of Trade and Management in the Audit and Management Control. There are some advantages that globalization offers to two developing countries such as Morocco. Basically, the liquidity of capital increases, and then the developed countries can invest in developing ones. As well, the environment protection increases. The free trade between countries increases, as well as the interdependence of the national states. It provides also a propagation of democratic ideals. The goods and people are transported with more easiness and speed, and even the possibility between the countries decrease. In fact, the cultural barriers reduce, and the global village dream becomes more realistic. Moreover, to explain more the advantages of globalization in the developing world, including Morocco, a research has been done by Abhay Burundi, saying that it's claimed that globalization increases the economic prosperity and opportunity in the developing world. The civil liberties are enhanced, and there is a more efficient use of resources. All the countries involved in free trade are at a profit. As a result, there are lower prices, more employment, and a better standard of life in these developing nations. It is feared that some developing regions progress at the expense of other developed regions. However, such debts are futile as globalization is a positive sum change in which skills and technologies enable to increase the living standards throughout the world. Liberals look at globalization as an efficient tool to eliminate penury and allow the poor people a firm foothold in the global economy. In 2 decades, from 1981 to 2001, the number of people surviving on $1 or less per day decreased from 1.5 billion to 1.1 billion. Simultaneously, the world population also increased. Thus, the percentage of such people decreased from 40% to 20% in such developing countries. Ideals. The goods and people are transported with more easiness.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. My name is I'm 21 years old. This stupid fly. I hate the pen.